there were machine learning algorithms, right? Which could classify images like as a dog or a cat. Now those were just single models. But here when you ask AI in text to create an image for you, text is one of the modalities, and then the output that you are getting, which is an image, is a different modality. Hence, it's called multimodal. So when you do audio to transcript, right, it's like voice getting converted into text. So that's like two modalities coming into the picture together. And there is a very nice article by Chip Huen, which I will share with you. Uh, it speaks about this multimodalities. Uh, please give it a read if you are interested in learning more about it on the architecture and how is it created.
Yes, Aditya. Thanks.
Yeah. Uh, so far we have seen the usage of one tool by the AI, which is Google search. Now, what if we need to build a custom tool, right? And there are two options of doing that. If you want to assign AI different capabilities, right? Or if you want to like leverage AI in a different way. One thing I was trying to do yesterday night was create this stock agent. I forgot its name. Uh, Let me open my WhatsApp and see quickly. Uh, yeah, peaceful time. Yeah. So here, if you type any company name, uh, don't use stock advice from AI, like just a clarification. But I was doing something yesterday night and just wanted to show. For example, like I have some holdings of Reliance, and should I buy, sell, or retain Reliance? Okay, analyst stock. So if you can see the output over here, right? It's giving the current price, 30-day return, 6-month return, and all those things. And then it's giving analysis of the investment, right? Uh, is everyone able to see this AI stock analyst?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, while I was building this use case yesterday night, I blindly like asked AI to create a use of function calling, and it created. But the thing is, this was not a good example of function calling. This was not AI getting assigned a tool. Kaushal has a comment, not matching what the Google Finance is. Okay, all right. Uh, AI has function calling is AI has been assigned a tool, and AI then like Google search and then goes and retrieves the information, right? And you're talking to the AI, and AI is talking to all these different functions. Here, what I did was I coded everything in the Python. I got this data first, then I passed it to the AI model, and it provided me this analysis. So the thing I'm trying to explain is you can have tools and functions separated and AI as a separate component. And these tools can run first, extract the data, and then feed it into AI. And then AI can give you the summary. So any product that you might have, you can just put AI as one of the components within that. And that's also a good way of leveraging AI. Another way is you are directly talking to AI, but now AI is orchestrating or like using these different tools as and when it's required. So it's like who has the power to take decisions over here. Here, the code has the power. Like the code is being executed, hard coded by a developer like me. and then I'm just asking AI to analyze whatever information I has secondly. In the other case, AI is orchestrating the flow. Like it's first asking the thing to extract the data, and then like maybe like gathering news summary, and then providing with the answer. So that's the difference between AI agent and just integrating AI in like normal products. Uh, any questions so far?
One question, Aditya.
Yeah,
I was just thinking kind of on this aspect, like function calling and agentic AI, right? So in
right.
agentic AI, there are agents used. So if you see, I think function-wise, they are both same. Only thing is, see, they have inputs, they have output, they have triggers. Okay, they fit into workflow. Only thing is that function calling is more, you know, typographic or technical, and agents are more like human-like. That's what my reading is.
Uh, to clarify the difference between AI agents and agentic AI,
No, no, AI agents and function calling.
function calling, tool calling, and agentic AI, these three are same for our convenience
Okay,
of this discussion. Okay. So AI agent and agentic AI. Let's just have these two terminologies. Okay, for simplification. AI agent is where you like give AI the power to take decisions on your behalf automatically. For example, if any email comes and if you are like structured AI that it should classify the emails as something and you should automatically reply without your power, then it's like it becomes an AI agent which is acting on your behalf automatically.
right.
Function
Yeah,
calling is you are talking to an AI and you are asking it to look into your email, and then it goes and looks into the email through that function, right? So function calling agentic AI, that falls in the second aspect where you are asking AI to do something and then it's using those tools to get the work done for you.
right.
So if agentic AI or function calling, if you like automate it completely and leave it on its own, then it becomes independent AI agents.
Yeah,
Okay.
Basically, AI agents behind the scene are calling functions. Is that the correct way to put it? That
Ma'am, your
your
voice
A,
broke. Can you repeat?
what I'm asking, that would it be correct to say that AI agents behind the scenes are calling the functions based on how it is based on the requirement, right? They have at their disposal multiple functions and tools, and they are calling as required,
Yes.
whatever
In
is
simple terms,
required.
yes. Yeah. So AI agents, not example at this moment, but function calling, yes. Okay. Let's get into function calling aspect now on how to build one. So, and what does it contain, right? So let's just copy this example from the documentations. Uh, one second. Let's copy the different example. Yeah. Not this. Yeah. We'll use this specific function. If you go into developer docs, there are three examples of function calling. One is get weather, second is schedule meeting, third is create a chart. we'll select a create a chart function since it's accessible for us. And let's just see an example of how it's done. So let's copy this, remove this aspect. Since we have already defined the client, let's remove that. Okay. And the queries create a bar chart, title quarterly sales with data Q1 5,000, Q2 75,000, Q3 6,000. Hope it has created something. One second. Let's read the function. It's given that create a bar chart and function is defined somewhere. No, the function is not defined here. Let's use a different example. It's a bit easier. Get whether no, none of this has functions built in so far. Okay, let's create our own example. I want to explore function calling. Can you give me a basic example? Okay, we'll use the bar chart example, which wasn't working because although the schema was designed on what parameters to extract over here, there was no function that could create the chart among this.
There
I will
is the
explain
create
it.
chart function is that no? Isn't that literally creating the chart?
Which one?
That create chart. That's what it's called. It's called create chart function at the function declaration.
The thing is, this declaration is there.
Yeah.
This declaration, what it does is, let me explain it first, so that like we have clarity, and then let's go and fix it. The problem is, this declaration is very nicely written, right? And what it does is, to create a bar chart, we'll need the title of the chart, labels, and numerical values, right? So required title, labels, and values. And what AI does is, in any query over here, it extracts title, labels, and values when bar chart is mentioned, right? So this is how we are interacting with AI. And this is what we are asking AI to extract from this declaration. The challenge is, unless we have a function in Python predefined that AI can feed the information into, the bar chart won't be created. So this is just an instruction to AI on what information it should extract from our query or context or conversation. But the information needs to be executed somehow. AI needs to call certain tool to execute this information, and they took a shortcut and did not put a tool over here. But no worries, since we have AI to help us out, we can just ask Claude to fix it for us. First, let's understand why is it not giving me the chart. Let's verify whether our assumption is right or not. Is it because the chart creation function is not defined? Exactly right. The model is only requesting to the call the function, not actually creating chart. You need to implement the actual chart creation function, right? So here now, Claude has given us the chart creation function over here. So now it will work, hopefully. Let's try it out.
You'll have to
Uh,
also you'll have to import the MATLAB libraries. Look at
MATLAB,
the imports at the top.
yeah, yeah, good
You'll need the
catch.
PLT.
Yeah, let's do that. Nice catch. Uh, let's come here and paste this. We don't, it's okay if it's there. We don't need this too. And let's see if we get a chart. Model Boolean is not with generate content config. Okay, let's see what happens if we remove this. Okay, there's some error, right? How do we debug? We ask AI to do it for us. Explain the error and how, and give me the correct code. Okay, let's try this out. Let's remove this. Again, error. Sometimes it gets stuck in the loop and you just copy paste the errors. Let's have some patience over here till it fixes it. Actually, let me give a simpler approach. Okay. No, not that one. This one, let's try. Mm,
Do you have to pip install the matplotlib lib?
No, it's not the pip install problem.
I'm not looking at the error. I'm just reading something
Yeah.
else. And
I think it is already present in the Google Colab, I think,
This is the code I got.
because I tried pip install and
Need
it
this.
shows me requirement already met. So it
Okay.
is already there in the environment.
So the way I'm fixing this is, this is a good learning aspect, right? The thing is we tried fixing it twice and still we got some errors, right? The thing is, Plot does not have the right context of what we need to do. What is the right code, right? So what we can do is we can go into the docs, get this right code, at least like it's partially right, apart from this create bar chart, right? And when we copy this and put it as a reference, it act as a grounding. So I'm saying this is the code I got. Refer this as it is from docs. So why, like when you provide appropriate context and references, it has some good grounding and hence it might give you better answers. Now let's see if this works. Let's create another code, copy and remove the client, execute. Yeah, we got the chart. So did you understand how I debug this? How I used AI's help to like resolve the error, and when it was stuck and it was still giving me wrong errors, what I did was I went into the documentation where I know that exact right answers will be there or something like more contextual will be there. When I copied this and asked Gemini to refer this code because this is more appropriate appropriate, then it's knowledge, right? And that time when it used that, I got the right answer. Okay. And now let's understand how it works. So even to do that, let me.
So can you quickly just show the code? What am I missing?
Yeah, I'm showing it. 1 second. Let me take out another AI tool that will make life a bit easier.
Where did the generated chart get? Is it saved or did it just display directly? I
It
missed that.
printed it. Yeah.
Print here.
Do you want to see the chart?
No, like where did you? It just appeared, is it? Oh, okay. Just printed
Yeah.
it.
So we'll understand the code now. We'll understand the code.
We'll follow this.
The thing is, see, again we are just calling the model, right? And if we call the model again using different values, generate chart title. Any idea? Uh, Population of bacteria in a petri dish. Data P1 50, P2 75, P3 maybe it's a good bacteria, so 600. Let's see if it's able to call the function. So this is what we are giving to the model now as a content, right? And although I have just selected a small part, let's see if it calls. And we'll have to print it, of course. Yeah. So see, we got P1, P2, and P3 different bacteria in a petri dish. And all we asked is create a bar chart titled population in bacteria in a petri dish with data, 3 data points. So let's go and understand the function. Can you explain me the function? What does function calling means and how does it work? So basically this is happening. So if you look at our code, right? Here first we are defining the function, what the function is. I think it did not come up with a good description, but let me explain. So here we are defining a function, right? And if you want to like run this function manually, you will need to fill in these variables, title, labels, and values, right? But instead, the AI is filling it for you. But how is the AI filling it for you? You have described the function, and you also describe the structure of the function over here in the function declaration of the model. And it might look complex, and you think that like, how can I generate this? But you don't have to generate this. You can just ask AI to generate this kind of format for you. This is called the JSON format. And this is where the function description happens, which this is passed as additional information to the AI. So the function description of the function is this line. And then the properties, which is like title, description is here. And it's a string, like string object array. These are different Python terminologies that we will not get into at this moment. Then labels is the items. Description is list of labels for the data points. And values, description is list of numerical values corresponding to the labels. And here type is number, type is text, string means text, I think, and that way. So, and again, at the end, we are writing the requirement, title, labels, and values. So it's like saying someone who just understand the text that if any text comes, then you extract the title, labels, and values from this text and store it in such a format. So here you can see the arguments that are being passed to the functions. Title is quarterly sales, labels is Q1, Q2, Q3, and values are 5,000, 75,000, 6,000, 60,000. Here the title is population of bacteria in petri dish. Values are 50, 75, 600. Labels is P1, P2, P3. So based on just this line, AI is extracting these things based on the description that we have written over here and passing it to the function that we have written over here and getting us this out. Like if we try to understand it completely, it will be messy, but like if we understand, break it down in small parts, what AI is doing is based on certain natural language or like how we speak to a human, we are talking to an AI in that language, right? And AI is extracting certain parameters from that language. Like for example, if you have a assistant, right? Uh, whom you can ask to buy certain things, like go and buy 5 Cadbury's, 3 Dairy Milk, and 2 5-star, right? What that agent will do is Cadbury's 5, 5-star 3, Dairy Milk 2, and then will take an action according to that. That way, AI is also parsing that information, extracting those valuable content from that information from like whatever our natural language text is there, and then using this declaration to extract that information, this uh, uh, instruction, and passing it to this function. Okay. Any queries, any doubts?
Would it be possible to say provide uh, in the conversation say images and voice input as well, along with text, multimodal input that is, and make AI decipher each of those and fill up that is basically it's not filling, right? The parameter values that are getting aside, that is for not filling. So instead of just taking information of natural language, can we do a mix of multiple input and make AI make sense of it?
Yes, ma'am, we can. So as you have seen, like image as well as like the voice modalities. So what's the time? 4:30, right? So the second aspect of the workshop is the first explanation aspect has been done now. So what you can do is you can here go into whatever like audio understanding, right? Or for example, like image generation. You can combine different modalities together and get an output. So you can ask Claude, since it has the documentation fed into it. Do you want me to demonstrate an example for your question?
Yes, that will help.
Can you give me 2 modalities example for this? Well, can you tell me one example, simple example that we can try to do, or should I take like just uh,
Let's take that image that was generated, that fixed image, and
yeah?
also the prompt saying write a story based on the image that I am providing. Both the things together.
What's the prompt?
Write a story based on the image that I have provided for children.
Okay. Can you give
We
me?
have the big image. Yeah. Right, big
But
image.
it's again single modality, single function calling, right? Like it's just image to text.
Yes. We could
But
probably use something like, but I don't know whether you have a voice or a song or any MP4 handy.
Can
uh,
Say create a lyrics of this, write down the lyrics.
okay,
can
let me do this. Sorry, someone wanted to say something.
yeah, Aditya, can we give the bar chart as an image and ask him to kind of explain that image?
Sure, we can do that.
Because image to text generation, I mean, that will be two modalities.
Okay. Okay, let's do that. That's simple example. Thanks, Sunil sir. Let's take this bar chart now and call another tool to create a nice explanation for a business meeting. Business meeting for a meeting, and convert it to voice. Do all this through function calling. First, explain me how will you do it, and then next, once I approve, then get into the code mode. In meantime, any questions so far regarding function calling or tool calling? Okay, now we got this three function calls, right? Analyze chart data, which will give us the analysis. Second is meeting explanation, which is going to give us summary. Third is converting to voice, which is text to speech. And club it with the previous bar chart function call thing. Okay. Sounds good, this plan? Let's do it. Okay, I'm not sure if it's going to work but let's try it out.
Where the chart data is taken as a text, not as a image. So I think anyway, we have other modalities as well, voice.
Because like it's again restarting from scratch.
Yeah. That's fine.
Here we had to install something. We've installed GTTS, so we are bringing it on the top. GTTS might be Google text to speech. I do not want to do this. Instead of GTTS, can we use? So see, when AI does something wrong or that you don't want to do, give the reference of doc and use Gemini for text to speech directly. Because if we install new library, then again, like couple of new things will happen. We have to restart the session. So I'm just okay. Just give the GTTS. I'm not sure the preview model will work, but let's see.
Wouldn't it work
So see,
to start a new run GTPS.
GTTS? Yes, I can do that, but here we got the code, so let's just directly run this. If it doesn't work, we'll go there. Okay. Let's remove the client and run this. Setup step one. Okay, let's see what our query was. Content query, create a complete presentation package for quarterly sales data. Q1. I need a visual chart, data analysis, meeting summary, professional voice narration using Gemini text to speech with clear business voice. Okay, execute all functions in sequence. First is it has extracted values. Okay, good enough. Created a chat for us. Okay. Chart created with 3 data points. You have chart plus analysis, meeting summary plus Gemini. Complete Gemini. You now have. I don't have them. I am only seeing the chart, neither the summary nor the voice. Gemini is in sequence. So what Gemini did was it only called one function and then stopped the work. It did not call all these functions even when prompted, right? So we had to like ensure that it calls all the functions. So let's see if the modified code works.
We also specify in the prompt the file names, that these should be the file names, like PPTX and MP4. Give the file names as such. That my file .pptx or something like that.
The file names? Uh, yeah, that's a good idea. Voice result. Let's see if it doesn't work without the file, if it works without the file name. And if it doesn't, then we'll put the file name to this.
Also, I think since we have the basic functionality in place, is it better to ask Gemini within Colab itself since it has all the context rather than go back to Claude and ask? Then, I mean, less friction.
I haven't got much help from Gemini. So I prefer using Claude. And I think the voice has also been generated. Can you hear this voice? Are you able to hear this?
No, I think you will have to share it via the system sound of Zoom.
Okay.
System sign option.
Advanced sharing option. How do I do that, ma'am?
I remember Teams. I don't know how it is done in Zoom. I'll check if I said it.
All right. In any case, the voice has been generated. Trust me, it's a good voice. But you got the gist that. So what was your query was? The query was this simple thing. Where did it go? One second. I'm trying to find the original query. Okay, it gives us only partial function. It skipped the other half part. So it's taking our previous query and building on that. But this is how you can like integrate different modalities where you are defining the function schema over here in these 4 things. And then you are executing them from here and asking AI to do it for you. Like there's bar chart, then there's this summary, and then text to speech, right? Now the thing is like, what can you do with this? It's sitting there in your computer file, right? And how can you share it with the world? Because like this is something that the world might like, right? I don't know, but like, it feels like a good thing. So as we have seen in the AI tool workshop, we'll create a Gradio interface. So create a Gradio interface around this where user can input the query and can get all this as outputs. Also show what function calls are being called in the Gradio interface for learn and tracing. Okay. This is an additional thing that is that makes things shareable to make a chatbot around all these functionalities now. And although like I would love to have like AI explain the code that we have got and how this works, but I'm assuming we have got enough grasp of function calling and tool calling or agentic AI aspects, or giving AI access to certain different tools to execute the task and how it works. And if you have any further questions, you can ask Claude by giving this reference and take its help. So let's see if it works. Radio code. Let's try to run in a new notebook. API, it's not defined here. So let's try running here. Some error is there. Okay, we feed the error back into Claude. And note that we are running this in Colab. Okay, so it will fix the code. In meantime, any questions we can have, we can discuss. Share screen, we have share sound also. Share sound. Okay. Thank you, Mugdha ma'am, for that. I think we have, I can play the sound now. Let me try. Can you hear the sound now?
No.
No? Was the sound not audible? Hello?
No, it was not audible.
No audio. Okay, I will share it, download and share it as a file to you. And yeah, let's see if this works. The Gradio code. No, still giving us some error. Maybe some dependency issues. But what you can do is you can use Gradio to share whatever you have created. I'll just share a simple example. Simple Gradio demo. So what we do is like when many times we get error, we simplify the task and make it minimal, and then say like how do we deal with it. So instead of like doing everything, we are just reducing the task. Okay. Mhm. Still some error. Let's debug it later. All right. I think this will take some time. I will share you the Gradio thing a bit later. But that's about the workflow that I wanted to share for today. We can open up for discussion. And today, like, although like it took a lot of time and we could not do hands-on workshop, but I hope like we were able to like learn a lot about giving AI access to different tools and functions to execute things on our behalf.
Yes.
So we
So
can go on, sir.
yeah, sorry, Aditya. In parallel, what I had done is I created function calling code for reading the image and generating the text. And this is the output that Gemini gave. I just 1 second.
Do you want to share?
You want to okay, I'll just share the screen.
Yeah.
So I just said to him, just generate me the code.
Mhm.
Now read the chart as an image and explain it in the business language. Use function calling to generate. So it gave me the code, which I executed here.
Mhm.
So it took the image. 1 second. Here, this one. So I just
Mhm.
uploaded the image and it read it and gave it in a nice language.
Right.
So just
Yeah, this is a good one. The challenge with this approach is you are manually doing it
yeah,
in two steps, right?
yeah.
Whereas if I can share my screen again, here we are making the AI. We are providing AI with four tools. First is create bar chart. Second is analyze chart data. Third is create meeting summary. And fourth is text to speech. All four tools we are assigning to the AI. And we are just asking the AI to like create all these four things. And then it's going and creating it for us. So
Yeah.
in the case that you have showed, it's like you have to do it manually sequential, right?
Mm-hmm. No, no, my purpose was I just wanted to see whether it reads the image properly or not.
Okay.
Did not
Okay.
tell him what exactly is contained in the chart, that particular image, but
Hmm.
it did properly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That way, like I think that's a good idea to break it down into different parts to see whether it works or not.
Yeah.
That's a good try. Yeah. Thanks for showing that. Uh,
It be possible to make AI call all functions or multiple functions running them in parallel?
yes, it's possible. So suppose like here we wanted to do it sequentially, right? Because like it was a sequential steps. First we had to generate a I think the chart wasn't required. Chart could have been done parallel, but generating a summary and then voice and extracting the information, these three things came sequentially. But we can even ask our AI models to run things in parallel for us, like call multiple functions in parallelization. That's very much possible. And all we can ask Claude and like provide documentations. There are some good examples where this happens in the documentation. I will share two additional documentations where they have far more better examples on how people have developed even better agents or agentic tools or chatbots using this later in the group.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Please do share them. I
Yes.
would like to try because one of my use cases involves reading multiple sources at once. So that will.
Yes. So it can be doable. Like for example, like you might want to extract certain data from Google search, certain data from your Google Drive, right? And it doesn't make sense to do them sequentially. You can do it parallelly. Any further questions? Please feel free to ask or discuss. We are done with the workflow. If you want have any question, any additional things, I can show it to you.
Also, is there a way? I don't know. I was not in the previous workshop. Say I built something in Google AI Studio. Is there a
Mhm.
way to just like in Cloud Spaces? Sorry, Cloud Artifacts or Hugging Face Spaces?
Yeah.
Is there something in Google as well where I can showcase it?
Yes, Hugging Face Gradio is one. Do you want to see another method?
Yeah, that will help, and that could
Uh,
work if natively work with Google AI Studio even better.
Gemini, you mean?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes, correct. You are right.
Yeah. Let me show you. I use fast HTML, a completely Python-based library instead of Gradio. Let's try creating a fast HTML thing instead of Gradio interface. But fast HTML doesn't run on Google Colab, so I was not interested. But let's do it now. Interface now, where this tool, entire tool, can be shareable. Uh, it might take 5-10 minutes to install the packages. So in meantime, you can keep on asking the questions. So I use cursor for coding. Um, agent workshop. I'm setting up the environment, creating a virtual environment. Activated the environment and then requirements.php and len.py. Okay, we got this. main.py, and then I can, so in cursor, you have this built-in functionality where you can just ask it to do the work for you. Main.py, refer to this and and complete the performance of text. And now has updated this Python fast HTML. And now let's install this requirements.txt, and then let's try running this. Okay, there's some input error. Here we will have to go to the installation of this thing overview. Click install Google Gmail. Yeah. Localhost. Yes. Okay, it's asking us to include the AI key. API key. Set API key. Quarterly sales, period levels. It's breaking down. So I think it will take some time to fix this, but fast HTML is one of the way in which you can showcase or share these files with others.
So you have to host it where, Aditya? This fast HTML code?
Fast HTML can be hosted on Railway.
Sorry, Rail.
Railway is the hosting provider, and Flash is another one.
Oh, it's website or something?
Yes, yes. Those are like hosting platforms. So let's try it again. Please set your API key first. Let's hope, fingers crossed, that it works. Here it has done something vague, right? Instead of natural language, it has just given us to feed it as a function thing, which is bad, which is not we develop, but let's just still try it out in the fast HTML format. And let's see what's happening on the backend. Generate set API key, generating chart, analyzing summary. Okay, it's done. Localhost, yeah. Quarterly sales, chart came, data analysis it came, meeting summary, yes, and also voice. Yeah, you can't hear voice still, I'm assuming.
No, no.
Yeah. All right, trust me, it's working.
Okay. All right. I guess
So
if you have this online, available online, then we can take a look at it.
this one,
Yeah,
do you want me to host it online? Let me see if I can just host it in one line of code. Uh, let's try.
You can paste it in the chat, right?
Not the code. Let me just host it and like share the link. And let me show you how easy it is to host the railway apps as compared to the Hugging Face apps, which was very difficult, right? Give it few minutes to work. Let's check the Flash dashboard. This is it. No logs available, right? Build logs. Okay, it's still building. Let's give it few minutes. I think it ran into some error. Otherwise, it should not take this long time. But yeah, like just with single line of code, it's very easy to host such apps immediately on a platform called Flash, and with couple of more lines on a platform called Railway.
All you did is drop your code here, or just provided the link to it. I think I missed that.
Which one?
Okay, this is.
Okay, yeah, same error that we got from Gen AI Google, right? I will have to change the requirements or text file. 1 second. Let's go to Google Docs. Google Gen AI. And again, Flash deploy. What was your question, ma'am? Hello?
Hello, yeah. Actually, I was asking, how did you manage to get it there? I missed that step. Where
Just
you?
2 words. Flash deploy. Like I was already logged in into my Flash terminal. Actually, like it's currently not open to public access yet. It's still in like beta phase. I think, yeah, it's still in beta, but Railway also has similar hosting facility. And one can just press this Flash deploy and the
Okay,
project
right
is
on the command line. Okay, got it.
right on the command line. Because like once you log in, you're there.
Yeah, that's fine. Thanks.
And like it's just one word thing. But Flash, I'm not sure if it's open to public. I can just ask the creators of Flash. But yeah, localhost, it should work now. Yeah, it's working. Now I can share the link with you guys.
Just a small question, Aditya. That URL created was automatic, or is it something that you have given?
It's automatic at this moment, but I can change it by changing the name
Oh, okay,
from here.
because it
From here.
looks, yeah, it looks some
Yeah.
spam. So I typically, if anybody receives it, they might not click it.
Yeah, like they have made some funny names, Nostalgic Dream Carvis, but one can change his names and have it hosted with their own name or even like host it in under their own thing. But
Okay,
that happens maybe like post deployment and like there is some sort of docs for name change. One
okay,
can get into that.
it's
But
changeable. Yeah,
yeah. But Hugging Face, you might have realized that how tedious the process was, right?
yeah, it is very
So
tedious.
Hugging Face also has command line prompts, which I did not introduce last time since we were not having offline ID or code writing thing. But Flash is made for fast HTML apps and it's very fast.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And yeah, you can test it by putting your API key and then generate complete presentation and you will be able to hear the audio. Definitely then.
Yeah, that would work. Great.
Yeah.